Herkese merhaba. Bugün çok değerli bir konuğum var. Rafael. Ben kendisiyle daha önce Kolombiya'da tanıştım. Şu anda kendisi de Hindistan'da çalışıyor. O da bir öğretmen. Daha önce serisini başlatmış olduğum öğretmenler dünyanın farklı yerlerinde bu karantina günlerinde nasıl vakit geçiriyorlar? Bununla alakalı bilgi vermek adına Rafael'le iletişime geçtim ve bugün bize Hindistan'da neler oluyor onu anlatacak. Hello Rafael, welcome to my channel.
It is nice to be here in your channel,
You know, I invited today to my channel because you are an educator and I'm wondering what are you doing in India during the quarantine days and how is educational process. But before that, can you introduce yourself?
Well, yes, I am a Venezuelan teacher who has been working during the last 15 years in the field of education. And I came to work in India as part for an international school, boarding school. And, I have like 7 months working in IB and MYP programs. And what can I tell you? It is fantastic to be here.
Why did you go to India after Colombia? Why did you decide
to India?
Yes.
Well, I decided, yes, it was an offer that I got in LinkedIn. And basically someone posted that someone was looking for a Spanish teacher, and I said I was interested. So that teacher contacted me and gave me all the details, and then she requested me to upload my CV. So it was so weird because I didn't have that expectation. We have learned a lot about India, but I didn't have idea of coming to live here. But I noticed I started researching and I looked, it was really nice. And it would be, why not, a good challenge. And then, I started the process, and then the interview was okay. And what they offer was good. They expect me, so it took like 20 days. It was really hard.
Wow.
Because, yes, trying to finish the process to come here. And the day of the trip, it took like 30 hours. Which was too much. And the other thing is that the difference between Colombia and India, it is like 10.5 hours. So when I came here, I think I had jet lag of 1 month possibly. But the other thing it is once I arrived here, I got in shock because different cultures, the cities are really huge. And yes, I was like sleeping, and looking people somewhere, so everywhere.
But
and the other thing,
I'm wondering which city you are right now.
Now I'm living in a very small town, which is called Kandala. And this city is next to Mumbai. It is like 1.5 hours, 2 hours by the highway. And yes, it is a very, very small town. It's like Chia in Bogota, something like that. But I live in a high hill, so hills are beautiful, and during raining time there is so many waterfalls, so the sightseeing is amazing, and the weather varies. Is like in South America, like Colombia, and for example now the weather is like 25 or 30 degrees. So basically, it is nice to be here. It is amazing.
It is a really different kind of experience for you.
Definitely, yes.
Your culture, tradition, everything is so different.
That when I live in a boarding school, it means I live and work here. So you share with your job mates every day, and you can go for a walk, and you can visit shops that are close to here, and you can enjoy the autos, the small autos that go everywhere,
yeah,
the yellow and black ones. Yes. So that's
nice.
An amazing experience to go everywhere with these autos, because basically that's the kind of transportation they use, unless you go from one to another place that would be so far from the other side. You would take a bus or something like that, but in a 95% of the times you take an auto. which is
Ah.
which is an adventure.
Oh, you look so
Yes.
happy. So I don't think so that you wanna back to Colombia or Venezuela again, right?
Definitely, and no. One of the things by which I really feel comfortable here, it is people, culture. The cultural heritage is huge, and the other thing it is that I feel secure where I go, and they have so much heritage which is related to religion. You know, you can visit very different temples, you can taste some kind of food they give you in temples, and they are people that really enjoy dancing and doing these celebrations. So they really love go everywhere to dance, to share with each other. So, and the other thing is that they are always laughing and smiling, which make me think that they are very happy people. If I want to come back to Venezuela or Colombia, no, definitely no.
Yeah.
Even because there are so many things to see, and
Yes, you're
when you
right.
feel happy as you look at me, I feel different than when I was in Bogota. Even I felt very happy in Bogota, but living here is another level. It's so you can go
Yeah, you
everywhere.
did
You
like
can
me, from Turkey to Colombia.
yes,
Yeah, it's so different. So now you can understand
definitely.
me more, after that. It's not like from Venezuela to Colombia. It's not the same. It's
No, it is not
totally
the same.
different continent.
Yes, they are the opposites. I think that
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons by which we really enjoy this kind of adventures. That it is a professional adventure, but as a person also, no. I think that now I feel like 100% happy person, and when you feel calm, your face shows that. And my friends used to tell me. So even my hair is longer, and I
Yes, I
wear
noticed that.
earrings. So yes, I have made some changes in my life and in my body. So I feel really comfortable with that.
I wanna back to our topic. It's about quarantine. And how long have
Okay.
you been quarantine days?
Well, I remember that the quarantine started like 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
That's basically because in my case, because the school decided, like lockdown. But I think that we have like 15 days of quarantine that the government decided to take that serious, and they decided not to allow to anyone to go anywhere. Even they, punish people with the sticks. And this kind of thing. So it's really nice. It's funny to see that, but they are really taking care of it.
How is it going? The people follow the rules or not?
Well, for example, where I'm living and places around, yes, because near my the building where I am staying, there is a highway, and I remember that they used to go every day at any time from normally here buses and trucks for travel at night, not during the day. So you slept all night listening, the bells of the cars and something like that. But not now. Now it's like total like 195% lockdown. I think just the people that transport food and the necessary things. And the other things, it is this kind of shops to buy food and the small markets in which you can get provided by things you need for quarantine, and that's it. Otherwise, the people are following rules, and everyone, even there are no flights, international flights, and so the country is locked down.
Tell me, please, where do you work? It's a private college?
It's a private school, and this is a boarding school. It means that those schools that the students live and study here, and they bring students from another countries. Even I think of 40 or 50% of the students are from Thailand, South Korea, and what else? And some other countries like Nigeria, France, United Arab Emirates. So there is a multicultural school, like if it were a university, in which you live in a campus and you study in the same campus.
How long have you been teaching since this pandemic started?
We stayed like 1 week free because
I think the first week, right?
it was the spring vacation, so it was mandatory to take it. But as we noticed, it was going to continue happening. So instead of having 3 weeks, the students were going to come back. We had just 1 week, and we started working every day.
How many hours a day, and how do you teach in these quarantine days?
Okay, basically the hours change because you cannot have a student connected from 8:30 to 3:15, but they are really specifically organized. So they had created like 20 hours per week of class for the students. So in my case, that I teach most of the time 28 hours per class. Now I am having like 3, 6, 8 hours, 8 hours per week, 8 or 9 hours. That's it. So as you can notice, we are teaching a half. Why? Because sometimes online they require too much work to do. But basically, the students and the teachers continue doing the lesson plans, the evaluation plans in a different way, but they are providing all that was supposed to do in the campus. How do we do? We use most of the time, we use Zoom, and we have Drive, and we create classrooms to upload documents and activities and anything they require to do and upload there. So we are getting the job or the work of students 100% online, and they respond, in fact.
Yeah, so how do you feel? I mean, how do this affect you and your class?
I remember that today I taught the B1, and one of the students who is in the campus, who stayed in the campus, but he's having classes through online. Even he's here, and he came to congratulate me because he noticed that we can use some more resources. So instead of being in a whiteboard, we can upload a video of 3 minutes and discussing about that, or asking, in my case, it is Spanish, I have an issue, so they can talk about what they saw at the video, and I give them 3 minutes to talk about the video. So basically, it forces them to try to speak. And sometimes the thing it is that they lock their cameras so they can talk easily, because they don't feel like shy to interact, face to face. So it has helped them in a certain part.
How do you evaluate your students? How do you do that? Because it's not same to be in class and teach something from here. So how do you understand?
Basically, the IB requires to feel some specific things. Teaching grammar, it is not too much important, but writing, speaking, and listening, it is. And then basically what I evaluate from them, if they are giving an opinion about any video they see, I record the audio, and I listen them what if they have any mistake they have. But basically, and the thing is that when the student is reading and when the student is talking, because he or she took notes, because they have practice. That's the way we have worked. And in other groups are working with an e-portfolio that I created for them. So I teach them the activities, or the other thing it is, I play the video there with them, I share with them, and then I give them 5 questions, and I give them 10 minutes. So I play the video twice, and the other 3 or 4 minutes to answer the 5 questions. Once they do, so I give them opportunity to answer. So I unlock the microphone to each step by step, and with an order, and they interact and they talk and they give the answers properly. So We have managed that.
Mhm. You are teaching Spanish, so it's a language. Maybe it's easier to teach than math, okay? It's not same.
There is something I wonder. Do all of the students have access to the internet or computer?
No, they have some things they have to face. For example, most of them have tablets, and most of them their tablets don't allow them to download a specific program, for example Word. So what I have done in my specific particular case, I have created one folder per each student and uploaded an editable document there. So every time I have class with them, so I send them the homework. They put there, write down there online directly, and what I tell them it is, justify this, leave line between line this space, giving this kind of line, so to let them to know like the steps to finish the activity. So I haven't had too much problem, but sometimes I have sent them some, some images that they tell me, no, my tablet or my computer doesn't allow me to open it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I basically do is I teach with diapositives or images, and I do the activities, and I tell them I am going to share with you the activity once I finish. And please let me know if you are in any doubt or something comes wrong. So they immediately after 2 or 3 hours, they let me know. But we get in touch through Hangouts. So they text me through Hangouts, and fortunately, technology works very fast, so I can communicate with them every day.
So you have no problem with them in India?
Okay, India, for example, here you can pay anything electronically, anything, even the auto. So they have very good system to pay to. So even the bus that goes from this to another state of 2 hours, you can pay it through an app. They have apps for everything, and you can register even the train. Like the common train that comes from here to Mumbai. So that's the way that internet works here. Sometimes at school, it some moments it's down, but definitely they fix it. And the students, most of the time, have computers. If they don't have, they request someone else, and they don't have face problem with internet basically.
Wow.
That's definitely this. Yes, it is good that part. We don't have any problem with that, and that we have a small population of students, and all of them have devices. And sometimes when they don't have the device, they let me know, no, I was working in a phone, but basically most of them have tablets, and they know how. That's another of the advantages. The students here know about internet more than anyone. So they work, yes, they work very fast. Even it is so funny because when I cannot connect, they connect me and they tell me, you have to do this, do that. And, they try to teach us about technology. So it's really an advantage.
Your
Good.
students willing to attend your classes. That's perfect.
Yes, it is very good. And the other of the things it is that here, in comparison to Colombia and Venezuela, students come to study. Students really like to work, really respect the teachers. So it's really important here. The students even, they try like to greet you with this kind of moments, which shows respect for teachers, for professors. So it is really good when you feel you're respected. Even not more than a teacher, but as an authority that help them to improve and to warm up, to get their skills. So that's the way they see the teachers here. But if you tell them this is this way, they just say, okay, sir, okay, sir, yes, sir. They don't complain. They respect you. If they don't agree, they let you know. I consider that this must be this way, but always under the frame of respect. So anyone that wants to come to work in India, you are going to love it.
Really?
Definitely, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that is if you in the future you try to, like to try it because there are so much work. And the other thing is I really like um foreigner teachers. They feel like bringing an expat teacher is a plus for them, academies or universities. So it is fantastic, definitely. And possibly because the answer that person told you, it is because sometimes they don't feel comfortable. And if they don't feel comfortable, even the interview, they don't allow you the visa because in Venezuela, for example, they don't have ambassador because he died. I don't know now, but when I applied, it was the way. And they didn't want to allow me to come because they didn't know the school. But the secretary that was there, who's Venezuelan, but she has 9 years working there, she said, but the ambassador doesn't do that. Ambassador allows teachers to go there because he knows that if he or she's requested, is because he's highly qualified to work there. But these persons were not like comfortable with anyone that comes to apply here. So that's probably what happened to you, and you didn't continue trying.
Okay, after this situation, you know, the pandemic, maybe I can try again. I don't know what will happen.
No worries, you have already a contact here, so I can help you to.
You can
to
say your
spread
school,
this.
okay? You can say. I know
Yes, I can.
a math teacher from Turkey. Tell them.
No, and one of the greatest skills it is that you are almost a doctorate. So it gives you a huge advantage to work here, even at universities. And but here is very good to work in international schools. Even it's better than any university because of what they offer. What they offer is really important, and they pay very well.
You know,
So
the
it is really,
academic life always like this. If you get a job in international schools, always better than universities. That's
yes,
true all over
yes,
the world. You know
definitely.
that.
And the other of the things that you are going to love is what I have already told you, no? All the advantages of living here. It is a very colorful country. People are really colorful. Even I don't know if you have seen some photos I have uploaded on Facebook about me with a lot of color.
Tell me the name of this event.
This is called Holi.
Yeah,
And Holi,
really, yes,
yeah,
exactly.
they celebrate like light against evil. They always relate with light, light.
What about
Because they say
yoga?
I haven't done yoga because to do
Come
yoga
on.
there are some there are like monasteries in which I can go, but I must take like an appointment or something like that because it is not so easy to go to stay there. Or even during my weeks off, I can take a week off just doing yoga. So it must, and you know, it must be on Saturday or something like that. But they basically like that you stay 1 week or something, no,
Yeah,
3 or 4 days. And that's the reason by
the
which I haven't.
right way to do that. For example, now
Uh,
I'm practicing yoga. Yeah, of course. I love it. I'm
you know
trying
what?
to learn.
There is a small town here, which is like the main center of yoga in the world, and it is near to the Ganga River.
Okay.
And the best gurus and the best teachers of yoga are there. I haven't gone because I haven't had opportunity, but for sure I'm going to go like 2 weeks there to have yoga classes and certifications. They they certify people, so you can go anywhere to teach yoga. Or that's life, you know, simple things.
Yeah,
And
that's so
I think
nice. You can, you know, maybe you can't find job like as a Spanish teacher, but you can teach yoga all over the world too.
definitely. And the other of the things that we have noticed in quarantine that I haven't experimented, it is like sadness or stress I haven't had. So I feel like if it were a normal, I don't know if because I am here, but I'm focusing positive things. And the other thing it is that people don't like to introspect. So we like to every day take advantage to go outside to work, to have a work from Monday to Friday and to rest the weekends. But they don't look inside. The thing is that now we have to stay at home, so we don't have anything to do, external things to do. So we have most of the time we see inside. So why it is happening, why we are in this quarantine, say, I think that's one of the reasons by which people feel stressed. So I don't want to stay here anymore. But why? It is your moment, and people don't know how to do with their emotions in their homes. But basically, I am in India. So I am really, really happy. Yeah. I recommend India 100%. And I am sure that you are going to visit in the future and you are really going to love it. Nature and man, so there is a balance between life, and for them every life is important, so it is good to see that. It's nice because people have some things that have said it is wrong. For example, all food is spicy. It is not the truth. It depends. For example, if you go to a restaurant, you say, I don't want hot spicy, I want it medium, so they give you medium that you can stand it. And the other of the thing it is that they combine food in a very strange way, but fantastic. And for example, we are not accustomed to eat rice with cinnamon.
Okay, Rafael. I'm thinking what can I ask more, but I think I already asked all my questions. So thank you so much for sharing all this with us. But do you want to add something? Do you want to say something more?
Yes, I would like to say that here in India there are something like monsoons, and monsoons are a kind of weather in which there is so much rain and much windy, and so it is a disaster sometimes. Even people die, but it's a kind of weather that exists here and in countries like Philippines and this kind of countries that are close in the same side of the globe. So basically, it's that. Another thing that I would like to tell it is, I don't know if in Turkey it happens, but this the sunrise and the sunsets are the best I have seen ever. So I don't have words to express how it is here in India. So it is amazing. Yes, it is.
It's really nice to, see you after a long time. Okay, now I'm going to say hi who is watching this video right now. I want to say stay healthy.
Yeah, thank you so
Stay
much.
strong.
It's nice to talk to you and thank you for this good, moment. And I expect everyone gets encouraged to come here to visit this beautiful country.
Oh, thank you again.
So bye.
So much.
See you later. Nos vemos. Chao, chao.